Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Ahnenerbe Hour featuring the Paranormies. I am Johnny Monoxide. Tonight, I'm joined by Hazzard, McRee, Adam, Haidt, Greyfield, Stray, and a good friend of mine, Mr. Ryan Parker. What's happening, fellas?
Yeah.
Not much. Just getting some weird deja vu, man.
Yeah.
Right? If I only had a drop for that.
You still haven't gotten the Twilight Zone drop?
I have the Twilight Zone drop, but you know how my drop board doesn't like to work when I want it to work. So, hey guys, if you listen and you know anything about like this radio drop sort of thing and why certain things don't work with Skype and certain things do work with Skype, why don't you hit me up on either the Twitter or on the email? And Hazzard, what's our Twitter?
Our Twitter is @the_Paranormies. Our email is paranormiespresent@gmail.com. And while we are on the subject of our email, we have a special shout out to give.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Can you guys guess what happened?
Did we get a donation?
You're pregnant.
We got our very first donation.
So you're pregnant.
And,
no, it was a sperm donation.
We got a donation, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Who was it? Who was it?
Not gonna say the full name, but thanks, William. And he also sent along with it, "Hello, my dear deaf friend. Here we are in the stars again. Although you may not be able to hear this song, at least you can read the lyrics."
Nice.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't care.
Give us money.
I don't care.
While we're doing the emails, can I just do a quick announcement of my own?
Yeah, go ahead, Greg. I know you got some stuff to pump too.
Okay, right. So anyone, basically what I'm looking to do is get a bit more music on the show. So if any bands are out there that want to have their music featured on our show, please email it to the address Hazzard gave or to me at gfsmusic@yahoo.com.
gfsmusic@yahoo.com?
That's correct.
Is that all one word, GFS Music?
Oh,
Yep, all one word, all lowercase.
All right.
I'll put that in the show notes.
Excellent. Okay. That's awesome, dude. We got a donation. I feel like we're like a legit show now. We got like a...
Yeah, people have been saying that. People have been comparing us to Coast to Coast with Art Bell.
I had somebody tell, they're like, Johnny, you're the alt-right's Art Bell, and like I have never been so erect.
I heard somebody call us red ice on weed.
Red ice on weed, except nobody smokes weed here. Like, what the fuck?
We are all clean.
Yeah.
I don't even drink anymore.
No, Greyfield doesn't drink. Hazard's a teetotaler. Adam binge drinks occasionally. And me, and I'm like, yeah. No, Adam's like, I'm sober. I'm so drunk. No, and me, I'm, according to our friend Sean Last, I drink too much. But you guys remember that?
Coach alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Dude, everybody, like Sean says, everybody drinks too much.
Right. Oh, you had beers at lunch? Oosh, you're a drunk. No,
to be fair, Sean laughs or drink, he just feeds on.
Oh no, you went all R2D2y, Greyfield.
What was that, Gray?
I said Sean Last doesn't eat or drink, he just feeds on data.
Right.
Yeah.
Ethanol disrupts his circuitry.
He plugs into a port, and next, like 25, 30 minutes later, his battery is full, and therefore he's good. Yeah.
But for some reason, he can only receive data at McDonald's. I don't know what's going on.
Ryan, are you a drinker at all? Ryan, hello, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, I'm a big drinker. I like to drink beer. I like to drink wine. I like to drink hard liquor when it's available to me. I have a bar in my home. Yes, I'm a big drinker.
Outstanding. We don't judge. We don't judge here on the Paranormies, unless it's some sort of a moon landing conspiracy, and then Hazzard's going to judge the fuck out of you.
Well, I should point out that
something really funny.
You rustle a lot of people denying the moon landing.
Oh, hold on a second. Did I rustle people on a podcast about conspiracies and paranormal things? Oh, no.
Unheard of.
Unheard of.
That Hazzard's McDonald's joke is actually a lot funnier to me because we actually call them chips over here.
That's true. That's hilarious.
That was the worst joke ever.
No, but I
that was actually my favorite episode of the Paranormies.
Was that the moon landing episode?
The episode about the moon. That was the best episode of the Paranormies, in my opinion.
Thank you.
You guys covered a lot of ground. The Discord and the differing opinions that led to a great show, in my opinion. So good job, guys.
Awesome.
It was fun. So we should probably mention today's topic.
No, we can go a long while without going for a topic. I mean, we've done it for 12 episodes so far.
Right? We've done pretty good. Yeah, no, I like the format we have going on, the shit post into a topic, shit post back into another topic. Adam wrangles us back into where we're supposed to go.
Technical difficulties and you ruin the episode. It's pretty
technical difficulties. We lose the second half of the episode.
We have a damn good podcast for 13 episodes.
Yeah,
I have to say, like we said once before, there are other shows that have gone many more episodes being a lot worse than we are, and we got a lot more listeners. So
yeah,
I'm proud of us. I think
we've done well. I think
we have. I have. You know what's funny is at work. I told you guys I did that big trade show this past week, and one of the guys I was working with, we're like one of the stage hands. I was working side by side with him for a couple of days, and he got to hear me like shit posting with one of my buddies talking about stuff. Turns out he was kind of red pilled on some stuff. So I sort of turned him on to the show. He came back to work the other day, and he said, I'm just going to go right past that. And he said he listened to an episode of the Paranormies and he loved it.
That's great.
Yeah. Just some normie who seems to have, I don't think we're the only people that notice coincidences out there. And that but normies are noticing the coincidences more and more and more. And he said he doesn't call them conspiracy theories. He calls them coincidence theories because it's a coincidence that the same people are always around whenever it happens.
I guess you could say that the coincidence is real.
Yeah. Did you say, Hazzard? Did you say something, dude?
I was just wondering what sort of people it could be.
Some rootless, countryless, cosmopolitan group. That's all over the internet all the time, shilling. Probably the alt-right. I would call them the alt-right. No, not the alt-right.
Adam, the ice cream is Neapolitan, not cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan is the drink.
Oh, Hazzard's autism catches up to us once again. That's not correct.
I could hear you pushing your glasses up on your face.
No, you totally, yeah. Well,
yeah, it was especially difficult since I have my contacts in, but
right,
I persist.
Right. You got to reach for this. You got to reach for the center part and poke yourself in the eye. I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've gone to take.
But you got a signal, right?
I've gone to take my glasses off so I could read the fine print because I read if I wear my glasses and I don't have them on, I read small things up close better. And I went to take my glasses off, and I didn't have my glasses on, and I poked myself in the eye with my finger and my thumb once. It was not fun.
Oh, shit. That hurt. I actually need to get glasses because I've got it's a really noticeable lazy eye, and it's really embarrassing.
I didn't want to say anything. No,
it's fine.
Is it really? I didn't,
Yeah.
It's not because you've taken too many chairs to the back of the head?
Yeah, well, it was a result of a concussion, so yeah.
So, yes. It's a job. It's a job thing.
So this is episode 13.
This is
13's a pretty cool number.
Episode. Adam's in a hurry. Adam's got a date. So
with Tyler.
Adam has a date, so we gotta. Yeah.
Tyler's working right now.
Are you working? You have to have a job to work, Adam. You're a NEET. Stop it.
No, he said Tyler's working.
Tyler's working right at the. Tyler's putting in hard time at the factory right now. Tonight, episode 13. 13 is a very important number in the occult. Numerology. Gematria. other Ouija, other type numbers and letters, spooky numbers and letters. No, numerology is any belief in the divine mystical relationship between a number and one or more coinciding events. So,
to be fair, number 7 is the most terrifying number of all. So much so that 6 is afraid of it.
Well, that's
Why is that, Greyfield?
Because
Yes. 7, 8, 9.
I was hoping we get that out of the way right off the bat. Thank God.
Yeah,
I knew that one was going to be there. Okay. Every time I hear that joke, I think of Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. That's when I heard it. Was who's burping?
So the number 7 makes you think of gay sex.
Well, now it does. You just went and made it all weird. God. So, all right. So let's get into the history.
Hours.
Yeah, real Greyfield hours. Let's get into let's delve. God, you guys.
Yeah, obviously this time we're recording at the witching hour because it's episode 13, and not because we have again fallen afoul of Italian people time.
Oh, fallen. Yeah, we have another issue with my
issue. You fell asleep.
I fell asleep. I was waiting for you guys. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna lay down for a second, and I'll take a small nap. I'll hear my computer or my phone go off, literally like a foot away from my head, and I have literally no missed calls. No, I have a bunch of messages, but apparently I turned the ringer off on my computer. I don't know if that's even a thing. Anyways,
You're Italian, not Mexican.
yeah, I don't know. I'm dude, the fact that this whole Johnny's Italian meme and me only being like less than a third.
You're a fraud?
Yeah, you know how you do realize that like I spent my whole life like basing my whole persona around being Italian, and then come to find out I get my 23andMe back and I'm like just as German and French as I am Italian. So
Hold up, Johnny.
Oh,
hold up. I got to go change your
no.
forum name to counterfeit Italian because we already have a counterfeit Frenchman.
You're not changing. You're not changing my forum name, and if I catch you changing my forum name, I'll have a higher than you.
Oh, he's gonna
remove
see you at a certain event.
Yeah, I'll see you at TRWrestleMania, and I'll have.
Hell in a cell.
Speaking of the forum, I'm a mod now.
Are you a mod now?
I am actually a mod. My reign of terror begins.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. Good.
I mean, my reign of good
Yes.
times.
So, yeah, if you guys are on the forums
Banned users thread.
in the what banned users,
Yeah, banned users thread.
it's what fake Frenchmen or some shit, counterfeit Frenchmen.
No, I said Greyfield when he bans people, he needs to post about it in the thread.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
yeah.
Way to farm upvotes and reputation.
I don't.
Not that I ban people for that.
I don't understand forum culture, so.
Actually, I can think of, speaking of numbers, I can think of 27 users that you've banned for that reason. Off the top of my head.
Johnny, aren't there like
am I missing a
7
joke?
sacred numbers?
Am I missing a joke? Did I miss a joke? No? Okay. There are six sacred numbers.
Mm-hmm. And 6 is one of those.
And 6 is one of those, yeah. Well,
What are the other?
well, let me hold on. Numerology came about like way back in like 350, probably like 360 AD. And Saint Augustine of Hippo wrote that numbers are the universal language offered by the deity to humans as a confirmation of the truth. Similar to
that is much younger than I expected.
Yeah, I mean, like, numbers as we know them are only how old? I mean, depending on what's...
A couple of millennia.
A couple, yeah. Right, so roughly Arabic numbers, what is it, 2016? So roughly 2,000 years ago.
No. They were using... the only thing the Arabs really did as far as numbers... if I remember correctly, is they began the use of 0 as a placeholder. But other civilizations that essentially had done that before. It's just the Arabs came up with a numeral.
Well, the number 6 actually has its origins in the Brahmins of India. They wrote it in one stroke, like a cursive lowercase, so they rotated it 90 degrees clockwise. Gradually, the upper part of the stroke, above the central squiggle, became more curved, which led to the number we see today.
Okay. Yeah, because the 6 is one of the 6 sacred numbers. The sacred numbers being 3, 6, 7, 9, 11, and 13.
What culture are they sacred to?
Just in Gematria in general. Yes. Yes, and Gematria being...
I think I remember something about Jews and a 6 there somewhere.
Yeah,
probably not.
Well, Gematria is actually it's a Kabbalistic system for discovering the hidden meaning of letters, words, sentences using numbers and letters of the alphabet. It's it's based on the fact that the letters of the Hebrew alphabet have been accorded numerical equivalents, and the numerical value of the letters are added together to give the word a specific value. So, say you have a 3-letter word, and they're both, like you have 2 2s and a 5. So together, it adds up to 9, and whatever 9 is.
So hang on. So basically, Gematria is cosmic Scrabble.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Actually, you know what? You are not wrong there. Yeah.
Well, that changes everything.
Right? Dude, I can't place Scrabble as a Jewish construct. Everything is a Jewish construct.
The thing about the Jews and numbers is they've got a real capital on the number 3, but at the same time, it does appear in multiple other religions.
Yeah, well,
three's accountants. Jews have a real monopoly on numbers. Period.
Right, between accounting and banking. No, it's not. Well, I mean, if you think about it, banking is like the original magic trick. Here, you give me something real, and I'll give you this thing that's representative of something real, and poof. We have it, you know what I mean?
And it's gone.
And it's gone. Yeah, exactly. And it's gone.
So what I'm hearing, sticking with the theme previously, not only is Scrabble Jewish, but Monopoly too.
Oh, Monopolies
Monopolies are definitely Jewish.
No, the game Monopoly. Look at the guy who runs the game. Tell me. No, that's
Moneybags.
Mr. Moneybags.
The point of Monopoly.
Mr. Moneybags is your stereotypical like well-to-do goy, I think. With the monocle.
No, it's hunched back.
Right. So, anyways, sweaty, bad teeth. So the 6 sacred numbers. So number 3, being the first sacred number, is the first perfect number. 3 represents the pagan trinity. It's represented geometrically in the triangle, spiritually as the third eye of Hinduism. Occultists will multiply and add 3 to other sacred numbers to create new numbers. However, they also group 3s into 2s and 3s because they believe in this principle called intensification, that greater power is achieved when a sacred number is grouped.
In Japan, too, in Shinto, the imperial regalia of Japan is the sword, the mirror, and the jewel. 3 things.
I mean, there's, the old superstitions. Good things come in 3s, bad things come in 3s. You see a lot of triplets.
Yeah, you always hear like, oh, somebody died. Oh, wait, it's always come in 3s. There's 2 movie stars died. Well, wait, there's going to be 1 more, and it's the 3rd. There's always
3 is the minimum amount of things to establish a pattern.
I believe you're right there with that. Actually, you are right. Yeah, 3 is the occult signature of a pattern. So, like I was saying before about the principle of intensification. So, in the case of 3, greater intensification is achieved when it's shown as 33 or 333, or even, and 333 plus 333 equals 666.
666.
The number of the beast. Yeah. Little Iron Maiden for you.
As opposed to 667, the neighbor of the beast.
Yes, the neighbor of the beast that would like the beast to turn it down, because the neighbor has to get up in the morning to go to work. But
I wonder what that's like.
Yeah, right. How is that? I don't have to go to work for until I want to. The neat life is very addictive. I've noticed.
Wait, are you taking a neat week at the moment?
I am. I have the opportunity. Well, I told you guys I did that trade show thing. I did all those hours. I literally made 4.5 paychecks worth of money in 6 days worth of work. Because remember how many hours I was working that one day?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine doing that like 5 days in a row.
I always ask Neats the same thing every time, and I'm going to ask you, John. Have you got past the masturbation phase yet?
You can get past it.
Yeah, it takes a little while. The trick is to reward yourself. So, like, say for example, if you run a home business. Yeah, exactly. No, so
it's a vicious circle.
So you make a good deal, you reward yourself with a wank. You know,
right? If you're in a game, and you find that mithril helmet of something, you reward yourself with another wank.
Oh, you'll find the mithril helmet, all right.
Right. Yeah. You're gonna polish the fuck out of that mithril. All right. Back to numbers. No, actually, yeah, I'm gonna eat this week. I might go in. I'm gonna take this week off, and I'm gonna go back into work.
You're doing the sacred Kekian ritual of the Neat Week, as established by Mike Enoch and Alex McNabb.
I am taking the sacred 9-day Neat Week. So yeah, it'll.
Praise be to Kek.
Praise be to Kek. It'll end up with me going to the hall to take a call on Monday. So yeah, I'm gonna take this whole entire week off, plus the 2 days prior, which makes 9. Which, funny enough, 9 is a sacred number because it's the first cube of an odd number 3. According to 9 is sacred. 9 is a number that gets used a lot in occultism.
Square.
I'm sorry?
It's not a cube. It's a square, isn't it? 3 squared.
The first cube. So yeah, it's I guess the squared. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Ooh, who got math cucked?
Right, I did.
Well, about an 8 first cube, 222.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
In European culture,
I believe they
9
It's the first square of an odd.
Yeah.
In European culture, you've got things like the 9 worthies that are 9 historical or semi-legendary figures who, in the Middle Ages, were believed to persify the ideals of chivalry. In Norse mythology, the universe is divided into 9 worlds, and in British culture, number 9 is the number of your big bastard centre forward in a soccer game. So there you go.
You big bastard. Okay, so back to number 3. You have 6. We got to 666. So occultists use 333 as the hidden symbol, in which they represent the more offensive number 666. So because they cut it in half and they disguise it as another. Yeah, it's an occult signature, basically. Mathematically, 666 can be created when 3 pairs of 3s are added. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 666. So you eliminate the parentheses and the plus sign. You have 3 space 3 space 3 representing the number 666. There's all kinds of, you can see numerology in Masonry. Freemasons use numerology quite a bit, which is another thing that we need to have our good buddy Mr. Musonius Rufus on to talk about Masonry again.
33.
I'm sorry, what?
King Kill 33.
King Kill 33. What is that?
Hello?
Hello? Ryan, did you say something, bro?
All right.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Moving on.
A bit spooky.
So, yeah. Woo-woo. No, 6 is the next sacred number representing the soul of man. 6 shows the omnipotent power of God, and in Revelation 13:18, God assigns 666 to man and the beast.
Hang on, wait a minute. So you're telling me the pixies lied to me? Because if man is 5, then the devil is 6.
That must make me 7.
Yeah, this monkey's gone to heaven.
Oh, right. Well, and Slipknot told me that if you're if you're 555, then I'm 666. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, we know you're 5'5".
Ooh.
Nice. Well played, Hazzard. I like to give credit where credit is due, and I hate to give you credit. That was good. That was really good, dude. That was
as smooth as pocket billiards. Nice.
That was probably the smoothest neg I've ever heard come out of Hazzard's face. And I'm like,
To be fair, not much comes out of his face.
It's mostly the other way.
nothing but mouth fedora vape. Yeah, no. That was. Oh, my sides. Okay, my sides.
Greyfield, you're not allowed to sleep anymore.
Yeah, dude, you are much more fun when you don't sleep. Anyway, so God assigned 666 to man and to the biblical teachings, where it states that man's great sin is pride in himself. So therefore, 666 represents man and pride.
And you take a look back. What was it we said last episode? The devil's sin was pride.
Yep. Well, yeah, that was what got him allegedly cast out of heaven and stuff, right?
Allegedly.
Oh.
Those photographs could have been faked.
Listen. Him getting... I saw his eviction notice, so... No. So 7...
You delivered it.
I'm not that old, but pretty old.
Yeah, we'd have to ask Penn about that.
I mean, I get they ate the fruit and all that entails, but at the end of the day, the finger is largely pointing at Eve. Let's be honest here.
At the end of the day, it's always a woman's fault. Why would you ever even, doubt?
Never trustless semen demon.
Semen demon.
The vaginal Jew. So, 7 is a sacred number as well, because 7 is the invisible center and the center of everything. Multiplication of 7 creates an even more powerful sacred number. So, if you multiply sacred numbers by themselves, so 3 times 7 is infinitely more powerful. 21 is more powerful than 7 by itself, or 3 by itself. So when Adam Weishaupt, who formed the original Bavarian Illuminati, you guys know Adam Weishaupt, right?
No, please explain who he is.
You guys don't know who Adam Weiss... You guys are on a conspiracy paranormal podcast and you don't know about the Illuminati? No, you guys don't know?
No.
Ooh, okay.
The Jews, not the Illuminati.
But for
We're
the
gonna
benefit
do...
of our listeners, you should explain who
For
he
the
is.
benefit of our listeners, Adam Weishaupt started a group within Freemasonry, and he called them the Illuminati. Actually, the Masters of the Illuminati. And he arranged the timing of events by arranging numbers which would add up to powerful numbers. So, he would use May 1st. So you have the 5th month added to the first day equals 6. So he actually chose 1776. When the Illuminati was formed in 1776, and numerically add up the numbers of 1776. 1 plus 7 plus 7 plus 6 is 21.
Well,
Further,
the glyph of 7, the actual image of it, is also of Hindu origin. It was originally written as a inverted uppercase J. Then it was taken by the Guba Arabs' main contribution. They made a longer line diagonal rather than the straight, so it looked like a bent cane. And then eventually we worked it into the V, sort of inverted V shape we have it now. So, in fact, it's almost, if you just tilt it a little bit more, it's almost implying.
So, okay. So
does that make 7 the most shit-posty number?
I would say so, yeah.
Nothing heck with that.
Actually, 7. Well, 7 is a sacred number. It's according to the Bavarian Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt, right? Illuminati is the.
Can I just interrupt you very quickly? Going back to
I don't see why you would have to ask me this time.
It's too late now. 7 being number of K, he is actually the 7th member of the Ogdode.
Oh.
So yeah, there's a little bit of me magic there. Sorry,
More like Frogdode.
Oh, Frogdode. More like. I'm gonna stop now.
All right.
That's the best.
So the Illuminati is the plural of the Latin illuminatus, or enlightened. It's a name given to several groups, both real and fictional. The name usually refers to the Bavarian Illuminati, an Enlightenment era secret society founded on May 1st, 1776. So 5-1. So 6 plus 1776 So 6 plus 21 is 27. I actually don't know. Is that a thing? I gotta look that up on their little. I looked up this Gematria chart, and you can plug numbers in, and to see like how sacred or how occult the number could be. You know. Yeah, no, it really is, like, because they truly believe in these, like, they
You
again
can include a link. We'll put that in the show notes.
yeah, I'll link that. That was one of the tabs that just froze up on me just now. You remember when we did the episode on the Bohemian Grove, and you said whether or not you believe in it, these people believe in it. So you're talking about people that believe, the higher ups of the world believe in this stuff. So whether or not you believe in it, they do. World leaders, heads of state.
They believe in it. They try and use this stuff.
And they do. They do try and use it, yeah. So Adam Weishaupt formed the Illuminati on May 1st, 1776. It was a secret society branch of... It was like an inner circle of the Freemasons. They were to oppose superstition and religious influence over public life and abuses of state power. The order of the day is to put an end to the machinations of the purveyors of injustice, to control them without dominating them. The Illuminati, along with Freemasonry and other secret societies, were outlawed through edict, though, by the Bavarian ruler Charles Theodore, with the encouragement of the Church. So, Church. Right. The Roman Catholic Church in 1784, 85, 87, and 1790. They were vilified by religious critics who claimed that they continued underground and they actually claimed that the Illuminati were responsible for both the French Revolution and the what's that other one?
American Revolution?
The American Revolution, yeah, that one. The one that
Never happened.
The one that never. Who said it never happened? Oh,
I don't know. Who could have said that?
What? First Brexit never happened?
No, we were bored of you.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna read.
American Revolution.
I'm gonna read like Hazzard at my moon landing thing.
Actually, to be fair, in our defense,
Johnny.
In our defense, you timed it perfectly because we were currently fighting a much bigger war against France at the time.
Yeah, exactly. No, the American Revolution was timed perfectly, and I believe done on purpose, and I believe done on the dates it was done on purpose to catch England as off guard as it did to further.
Yeah, but on the plus side, you really showed our reserves who's boss.
Yes, we totally beat up on the 1 weekend a month guys you have going. Yeah.
Was that really all Britain's B team?
Pretty much.
Yeah. It was Britain's B team and a bunch of Rothschild. What do you call it?
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries. Thank you,
Hustlers.
mercenaries. The mercenaries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It was.
Hey, you get a celebration
The
each year.
Hussars.
Yeah, it worked out.
It was the Hussars, right?
The Hessians.
Yeah.
It was the Hessians. It was basically, you guys remember Looney Tunes from way back in the day when the Bugs Bunny episode where he was one of the Americans and you guys don't remember. Never mind.
Is it the one with Elmer Fudd as the red coat?
No, it wasn't Elmer Fudd. It was Yosemite Sam. With the big giant, and he had the red Hessian, the hat on, and all that stuff, and he kept getting shot by a cannon. But yeah, made the Hessians look really inept when the reality was the Hessians were really Blackwater of their time.
Well, this is the thing. Even our reserves at the time were a pretty decent army, so it takes nothing away from the victory, to be honest. We had one of the best trained militaries. We still do have one of the best trained militaries in the world.
Yeah, but now you only have like 67 people in the military. So,
yeah.
What are you guys going to do when they have to start teaching Arabic as in all their field stuff?
I'm pretty sure we'll have scorched the earth before then.
I hope so. So. Okay, so numerology. Adam is failing his job again. That's 2 episodes in a row, Adam. You only get 2 warnings before you get fired, right?
Oh, you seem like you were,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
coming along.
No, I'm
I mean, we do have.
Oh wait, no. I think
Intern.
Adam may be evolving in his wrangling. It's like we're just gonna we're gonna let him see what he does here. We're gonna let him see what he does here. And
Are we going to mention the?
I don't get that.
Are we
one.
going to mention the?
What the hell is going on here?
I have
Great.
no idea anymore. I was going to say, are we going to mention the Gematria calculation of Donald Trump or not?
We haven't gotten to Gematria yet. We're still on numerology.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're still on
okay.
numerology. I feel like at some point you were trying to tell us about the Bavarian Illuminati.
Yes. I was talking about the Bavarian Illuminati. That was Adam Weishaupt. He used a lot. There's a lot of numerology involved in Illuminati writings, meetings, edicts, whatever. They use a lot of numerology. Anyways, that was an aside that is now over. So we get to we're still on number 7. And the last thing about Adam Weishaupt I will say is the date was carefully chosen because he believed that the greatest plan is doomed to failure if it's not carried out in the most numerically advantageous time. So if, say, for example, 5/1/1776 wouldn't have worked out, they would have waited until another more numerologically advantageous date that would have worked for them. You know what I mean? So since 5/1, so May 1st added up to 6. Maybe he would have waited till May 2nd because 5 plus 2 is 7. But who knows? So, but then again, 6 plus 21, with the whole 1776 adds up to 27, which is another, like I said, it's another number of power.
Are you sure about that? Because 1 plus 6 is 7, and 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 21.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the different combinations all work together. I mean, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Oh, that plus the 6. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Okay, so we are on. Okay, so number 7, the fourth sacred number is number 9. Number 9. Number 9. 999 is utilized to represent 666 in an occult fashion. Because you don't actually see 666, even though 666 is there if you invert what you're reading.
Okay.
So 999 is just another representation of the triple sixes. The 5th sacred number is 11. When 11 is multiplied by the perfect number 3, the number 33 is produced, a number of tremendous occult importance. In 1933, two men came to power in 1933. I don't know if you know who those two guys could have been. 1933. I think one was President FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And on the other side of the pond, a certain other guy who failed art student named Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Came to power. They were both committed to an establishment. According to a lot of conspiracy, they were both committed to the establishment of the New World Order. Where I don't necessarily believe that. Personally, I don't believe that Hitler was involved in trying to form a one world government with the other New World Order members who happened to be Stalin, there was a fat guy in England, Churchill, and FDR. Yeah, no, where the New World Order was very much a globalist sort of thing. I don't believe at all that Hitler was into globalism whatsoever. That's my opinion, and according to Hazzard, Johnny Monoxide's opinions do not represent the views of the Paranormies. So, where did I go? Yeah, so Adolf Hitler and Roosevelt came to power in 1933. And both of their actions impacted humanity greatly. I mean, like, seriously. The 1933 was the first Humanist Manifesto was issued. And so technically...
Who issued that? What is that?
The Humanist Manifesto? Oh, man.
Interesting. I have to ask the question, what's the general, I suppose, If someone was to bring up FDR, I mean, what's the general feeling towards him? Do you guys still sort of worship him as a hero, or?
Hold on, who? FDR?
FDR, yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty much taught that you're supposed to think that in school, that he was this, really resilient guy who's crippled and still was able to, defeat Hitler and all this, the standard bullshit. And
we've got a similar thing over here
wonderful...
with Churchill, but the thing with Churchill is immediately after the war ended, he was voted out of power unanimously by the people. His policies pretty much single-handedly destroyed the empire. For every good thing you can learn about him, I could tell you at least 10 bad. So I'm just wondering if it's a similar thing over there. So
no, we're not. You're not really supposed to.
Yeah, you don't talk bad about FDR.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Well, okay. So the Humanist Manifesto is a 3 manifestos laying out a humanist worldview. Humanism is it's a religion. Technically, it's like secular. Well, there's secular humanists and there's religious humanists, and I guess that again is another topic for another show. But it's a document. The first one was entitled "A Humanist Manifesto." It was written in 1933. This one talked of a new religion and referred to humanism as a religious movement to transcend and replace previous religions based on allegations of supernatural revelation. Basically. It kind of takes a secular outlook on religion, where they like everything about religion except God. So they just replace God with humans. So,
okay.
So is that the whole "I'm not religious, I'm spiritual"?
Oh yeah, that's where I like to say, well, I'm not honest, but you're interesting. No, yeah.
I have a lot of experience in that field with the they call themselves universalists.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
There's a whole church based around it, and I've been to their sermons of they call themselves like Universalist Unitarians.
Unitarians.
It's crazy.
Oh, the Unitarian Church.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about the Unitarians there, Ryan?
I know they're crazy, fucked up hippies, and every time I've ever been at their little quote-unquote church, they would sing Beatles songs. They would actually sing John Lennon's Imagine.
Oh, wow, of course!
No Borders and all that shit, yeah. And
you
the
can't
people
make
that I
shit
know, I swear to God, as a Christian man, this is literally what took place at a Unitarian Universalist church. They would sing John Lennon's Imagine. They would sing about no borders, and the people that I knew that went there actually practiced these things. They were pagans, and they by the way, after face stalking them, they support Bernie Sanders. Now they endorse Hillary Clinton.
Of course.
Well, of course, but yeah.
They believe in no borders. They believe in they hate white people. It's fucked up.
It's rather ironic that they're John Lennon fans, actually, because once Hillary loses, it'll be instant karma.
Nice.
Literally 2 people will get this joke.
I got it.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
that's
both
one
on the
person.
call right
2
now.
of them are in this chat.
I don't get it.
All right, so back to numbers, guys. All right. We're talking about 11. The Humanist Manifesto, FDR, Hitler. So in 1933, 3 large events occurred. You have Adolf Hitler, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and the Humanist Manifesto. 3 events. 33, 333.
How are those connected?
Probably Jews.
Wasn't gonna. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. I actually didn't do that much prep on this particular point, but I'm gonna say that my coincidence detector is tingling. That there has to be.
Well, I know that Hitler had some he paid lip service to Christianity and this sort of thing. But if you read his table talks, he's much less favorable to it. And I know, I'm not sure if he specifically was interested in it, but I'm fairly certain that the people that were very close to him wanted to replace Christianity with, or just sort of slowly phase it out and replace it with a racial nationalist, sort of national socialist religion. And I could see how they're related in the sense that the Humanist Manifesto was a sort of almost grassroots, low-level kind of rejection of the old, what have become the old gods, the old religion. And FDR, of course, basically just a commie as far as I'm aware.
He's as close to commie as we've ever had until now.
Right, which they were staunch atheists. They just wanted to smash and destroy everything as communists. They just basically want to destroy everything good in the world. And, so Hitler, the Humanist Manifesto, and communism were all trying to get rid of religions in some way. But, of course, once you get rid of that, there's just a hole left, and something is going to get sucked into that hole to fill it, that power vacuum. Don't make a joke about that, okay? It's
in before somebody makes a joke about cavernous holes.
I was
just going to say that when you have a gaping hole...
I said in before. Okay.
No more.
So, 13... No, okay, I'm sorry, Adam. Finish.
This is episode 13.
This is episode 13, and 13 is also a sacred number. According to legend, it's no accident that Hitler chose the year 39 to begin World War II because 39 is 13 times 3. If you go throughout history and you look at dates of wars, beginnings, like invasions, endings, armistice, is that plural? Armistice? Ceasefires, peace talks, anything, whatever. You can always do the math on the date, and it works out to some sort of sacred number. I'm not even, that's too coincidental to me. Again, here we go with, I wear, tinfoil at all times. I either keep it in my pocket or I have it on, But there's something to that. You have 9/11. There's always 9/11. 7/7. Something always happens on 7/7.
By Stanley Kubrick.
I'm sorry, Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
9/11.
Everything.
The perpetrator of 9/11.
Yes. 9/11. Stanley Kubrick's most recent film.
9/11 happened. Stanley Kubrick didn't.
9/11 happened.
Realistic film yet.
His most realistic film. No, you can think about how much power you have to be able to film a movie, and you're like, dude, I want to film this movie, but we're gonna have to take those fucking buildings out in the movie, right there, those ones right there. Yeah. That's what happens when you fake the moon landing. You get to do,
But yeah,
3, 2, Hazzard, and go. No,
Grab him by the pussy.
Well, 13 has a lot of religious implications. In Catholic devotional practice, number 13 is associated with St. Anthony of Padua.
Whoa! You got to say that again and say that a lot slower.
Okay, sorry.
Say that in English?
Yeah, say it in English, but this time American English.
Real English.
Should I do it in my American accent?
Do it.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
Oh boy, here we go. So in Catholic devotional practice, the number 13 is also associated with St. Anthony of Padua.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. I said in English.
Robot.
I said in English. Exactly. Not in R2-D2. All right, Gray, time out. Gray, I'm going to mute you.
That went from being the worst American accent to being the worst human accent ever.
No, that's not a human. R2-D2 isn't human. Don't you dare anthropomorphize that trash can. Oh, shit. Okay, so the number 13, yeah. This is episode 13.
For its numerological significance.
Yes. So who has 13 stuff? Who has number 13? So
Well, I know it's been considered unlucky for just about all. Well, in all English-speaking countries of the world, it's considered fairly it's to the point where a lot of your older skyscrapers they don't have a 13th floor.
Can confirm I do electrical work in a lot of tall buildings, and the older the building, the less chance of the floor 13.
There's a specifically recognized phobia, triskaidekaphobia, which was coined in 1911.
You practiced that a couple times. There's no way you got that on the first try.
No, I really did just get it in the first try. I mean,
what a cunning
there's
linguist.
A lot of bad things that have happened with 13. I mean, we're going to have to do a full episode on space disasters because there's a lot of conspiracy theories about some of them. But
that have to do with the 13?
Our 13th Apollo mission, Apollo 13.
Ooh, 13 is when a little Jewish boy has his bar mitzvah.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty unlucky to lose a piece of your...
Implying the Moyle didn't get it when he was a baby. Implying it wasn't orally suctioned off when he was a wee...
Implying he didn't give that baby herpes.
No, I wasn't gonna go there.
Hey, it happens, man.
I know it does. I know it does.
Real talk here. We talk about truth.
No, I know it does. You know what's really fucked up is I actually brought that up as a joke because oral circumcision is hilarious. But I brought it up as a joke once, and somebody was like, they laughed, and I'm like, oh, they didn't laugh. They're like, really? That's gross. I'm like, yeah, it's true. And and then the whole thing about kids getting herpes, and he's like, well, that's not. They don't all get hurt. Okay, if one kid, one, that's too many. Okay, I'm sorry, but you're talking about an infant and a defenseless infant, and you're cutting its force and putting it in your
permanent STD, a permanent disease.
Right. Oh God, I'm gonna really hard. Oh, do we have?
Yes. Evidently, the superstition around the number 13. One of the common explanations for its origin goes back to when we were
Kangs?
We
was Kangs?
When we were Kangs?
We was Kangs. No, back when we still used a lunar month-based calendar, because generally the monks in charge of the calendars, they had to arrange the church festivals, etc. And in a year which would have 13 lunar months instead of the standard 12, it just complicated things, made everything a pain, so that year was considered to be unlucky.
Huh.
And gradually it just came to be 13 was considered unlucky.
That makes sense, because and that's kind of how they came around. When they took the modern day calendar, I was going to say Gregorian, but it's not the Gregorian calendar. I just lost the...
Roman, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
There's a name for it, and I brain farted, and I had it, and I lost it. Anyways, the Julian calendar. Thank you.
That is the Roman calendar. That's what I meant.
It's the Julian's the Roman. Okay, so you're right. Okay, then you're right.
Yeah.
And it's Gregorian we use now.
Yes. So when we took ourselves off the lunar calendar, we divided that 13th month up, and now that's why we have leap years and retarded amounts of days, 30 days, and some at 28. Yeah, it's fucking retarded. So, because the deal with the month is the moonth. It's this circle of the moon going around the Earth. It's how many days? It's numbers. We're getting back into our moon episode again. That was a good episode. That was fun.
That just blew my mind. I never even made that connection. It's the moon.
Month and moon? You never... We did a whole episode on the moon, and you're just getting this in numerology?
And we're doing this on a moon day.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I need to fix my drop board. I need to fix my drop board.
What else is really interesting? So the 6 sacred numbers are... What was it? 3, 6, 7, 9, 11, and 13.
Yes.
Some of them are prime, some of them are not. The ones that aren't prime are related really interestingly. Like 6 is not a prime number, but it's divisible by 3.
Right.
Because there's no
9 is not a prime number, and it's divisible by 3.
Right.
Asians don't matter, and Asian culture does not matter. There's no magical significance to anything relating to Eastern religion.
Really?
That's my humble opinion.
Oh, that's your humble opinion. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we touched about it briefly last episode. You know, the
the fear of the number 4.
yeah, in Japan, and evidently there's also of the same in evidently in China as well. Their native word for 4 sounds similar to one of their words for death.
Yeah, we did this the other. What was it? Sandy had the call with that. I remember whatever the sound it was. Yeah. The number was whatever. Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's she.
She. I don't know.
It's she.
I don't speak.
Yeah. And
She.
so it's she. So they use the Japanese loan word yon instead, but evidently let me make sure about this. Evidently in China they have the same exact thing. Their number 4 also sounds almost identical to their word for death.
Okay.
Hey, so do you guys know that there are skeptics to numerology, right?
There's people that don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe that?
Beheaded.
Right.
What the
So,
hell?
yeah. Well, no.
Behead those who insult numerology.
That's right.
Yeah.
Praise Keck. But they say that numbers have no occult significance, and the numbers themselves can't influence a person's life. So,
Sounds like a Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson motherfucker.
yeah, numerology is a superstition and a pseudoscience. It gives a certain veneer of authentic scientific authority to by using numbers. And 2 studies have been done investigating numerological claims, and both of them produced negative results. One was done by scientists in the UK, and the other one was done in 2012 in Israel, which I find amusing because the Israeli experiment involved a professional numerologist, a professional numbers guy, a Jewish professional numbers guy.
He's an accountant.
Right. So they brought in Moishe and his calculator.
Their cousin Moishe.
The cousin Moishe and his calculator. No, and 200 participants. The experiment was repeated twice, and it produced negative results twice. But here's the thing that's funny about it being an Israeli guy is
Gematria is
yeah. Thank you. I'm getting there. It's the Jewish tradition assigning a mystical meaning to words based on numerical values, and connections between words of equal value is known as
Gematria.
Thank you. Yes, Gematria. It's Jewish. It comes from the Kabbalah. So I'm Jewish. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're just gonna say the drops since I don't get my drop board working. God damn it! All right.
He's Jewish and mentally retarded.
Hey, let's do all of Sven's drops. Let's not.
Okay.
No, let's do the opposite of that.
Just your
And
standard.
do no drops.
Let's do the opposite. Okay, so in Gematria, what do you think? Okay, so every letter, so there's 9 numbers, right? And 0 doesn't count as a number in Gematria. Okay. 26 letters in the alphabet. So you have 3 letters assigned to each number, plus 1 number has 2 letters assigned, because there's only, right, 26 times 3, or 26 divided by 3 is 8 point whatever. So you have, every letter gets 9, or every number gets, 3 letters assigned to it, except for the number 9 only has 2. But so you have
4 divided by 8, 3 is 8, isn't it?
So you have the number 1 is assigned to the letters A, J, and S. Number 2 is B, K, and T. Number 3 is C, L, and U. Number 4, because it goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and then back to 1, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, back to 1, STUVWXY, and then 8 is Z, okay? So, the word hello would be 8 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 equals 25, which is 2 plus 5 equals 7.
Hold up. I think it's actually not addition, it's multiplication.
No, it's addition.
Are you sure?
Could you do both?
There are ways of doing with both, but the Kabbalic system of numerology and the Ajbad system of numerology, which is the Arabic, which is weird because the Arabs and the Jews have a very similar system. The different methods of calculation are Chaldean, Pythagorean, Hebraic, Highland Hitchcock's method, which I don't know too much about. I've never actually heard that. The phonetic, the Japanese, the Arabic, and Indian, and they all do it with addition. So I don't actually I don't know who uses multiplication. But so the word hello.
Oh wait, there's evidently some really complicated stuff where it's not just it's not just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's also some letters that give the preceding thing a value like tens or hundreds.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. Okay, so like I was saying, hello, the word hello, HELLO. So you have H, right, is 8. You have E is 5, L is 3, L is 3, O is 6. So 8 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 is 25. 25 is 2 plus 5. So hello equals 7.
Yeah, it's L is one of those weird characters, and so is O. So in Jewish gematria, like when you'd be doing it Kabbalah style, H is 8, E is 5. Huh? L is 20, L is 20 again, and O is 50.
Okay.
So in Jewish gematria, it's 103.
Oh, well, this is a Jewish gematria. I'm reading it right off a Jewish gematria table. But anyways, here's the really weird thing. The number 6 has 3 letters assigned to it. The number 6, the letters F, O, and X.
Ooh.
Fox.
And
Fox.
Yep.
This just confirms my suspicion that all Fox players in Smash are the fucking devil.
Yeah, because that's exactly where I was gonna go with.
Well, they do tend to play it on the final destination.
Well, Fox does support Israel, which is, according to Jesus Christ himself, is the synagogue of Satan. So that's kind of significant biblically.
Yeah. Remember, Ryan, we were talking about this earlier. We talked about the synagogue of Satan and 666 and the devil and all that, right?
Yes.
Well, that's what I was talking about. So that's why I mentioned it. But yeah, 6. The number of the beast, 666, is Fox. We have what is it? Monster Energy Drink has its logo.
It's 3 rakes are the Jewish number.
The Jewish number for 6. So you have 666. Actually, so it's 666. Yeah, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. But it looks like a rake. Yeah. So you have 666, the number of the beast, Monster Energy Drink. You have it's there in gematria spelled out Fox. I mean, like it's very coincidental. To me, oy vey. Yeah, and I actually, I was saying before. So we had all those other systems of gematria, and the Arabic and the Kabbalic system are very close. The Abjad, which is the Arabic system, they actually represent the same deal. It's a letter of the Arabic alphabet, has a numerical value, blah blah blah. Same thing. It's the science of the cipher. Or
how do you feel about the barcode? All of our trade is. I
like. You know what, guys? We are coming up on a break here. We're gonna take a break. I've got like
the break.
Yeah. I've got like 2 hours on the recording, so I'm pretty sure we have well over an hour into the show. So yeah, Hazzard, Greyfield, you put out a call to other Goyim to help us out with music on the break, because you've been pretty much, we've actually been like your record producer, releasing your music weekly, which is awesome. And I super appreciate you doing that, man, because like your music is great. I don't know if you guys actually listen to the break music, but the break music is fucking great. That's Greyfield, the Greyfield Stray. This is our guy. Not only does he like break tables over people's heads, but he plays that awesome music. Yeah, so you put out a call for other people to help us out?
I did indeed, and one lovely Goyim did actually answer the call.
Actually, we had like 4 or 5 people, but
yes,
Hazzard, we're talking about Greyfield's call, not your.
Okay.
Hang on, Hazzard.
We will.
If you have more to add, you can add after. Let him finish.
Okay.
For full disclosure, those of you who have sent us stuff, you will get your stuff out there, but obviously I can only introduce you one at a time. But yeah, let me start with this guy. He goes under the name Tequila Mockingbird, because, you know, prank. He refers to his music as Vaporcore, which is basically a vapor, but with a lot of guitar. He's given me a short bio, so I can tell folks about him. He is 29. He's a white male from Dixie. He is inspired by 80s action and sci-fi movies, retrofuturism, and a collective use of time-sync tape delay. The album is meant to explore alt-right aesthetics from Apache warlike stuff to tropical Aryans. Sorry. Wow, I anglicized the fuck out of that. Ancient Hyperborea, right-wing death squads, and space as a birthright. It also, I've also been told to mention Identity Europa, which is a website. Feel free to check that out.
Hold on, he knows Identity Europa?
Apparently so.
Oh, I am a member of Identity Europa.
Would you like to tell people what it is?
No, you can go ahead. Well, Identity Europa is a group. We are a pan-European. It's kind of Spencer-esque with the pan-Europeanism, but in order to become a member, you need to be able to prove your European heritage. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's the main qualifications. There's a lot of other talking points. I didn't think we were actually going to get into this today on the show, but yeah, no. That's my buddy Nathan D'Amigo. That's his deal.
Okay, cool. Well,
Mr. at Fashy Haircut on Twitter. Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of Twitter, he did also give me his Twitter account. It's at Martel's Ghost. If you want to follow the guy.
That's Martel's Ghost is who did that?
Yeah, that's it.
I believe he just followed me on Twitter recently, so that's how I know.
Oh, well, fantastic. I was going to say, he's a great guy. He makes great music, and please do follow him, and please do listen. I will give Adam all the links to put in the description later. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the song.
What's the name of the song?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's. I think I would introduce that, actually. Hang on, I have it here. It was something like White Moon, Black Sun. Hang on, I've got it right. Here we go. Black Sun, White Moon is the name of the song.
Nice. All right, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. We'll be back.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Paranormies. I'm Johnny Monoxide. I'm Hazzard McRee, and I'm Adam Haidt, and I'm Greyfield Stray. So we're talking about numerology, guys, right?
Yes, we were talking about numerology. That was the worst Adam Haidt I've ever heard. You did a good Hazzard though. You did a good Hazzard.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But you didn't do the real Hazzard. Where you're
I am a real American.
Real human being.
So we're doing numerology, Gematria. We've already covered numerology enough.
Back into numerology.
Oh, yes, Hazzard, go ahead.
Say we have had some music sent in by other people. This is actually my fault. It hasn't been addressed before then. I'm taking full responsibility. Our email was only showing stuff from Facebook and Twitter notifications because
settings mishap.
You're not very good at it.
A tab.
Settings mishap. It's fine.
Google's weird. It's like they don't actually want you to use their products like in an efficient manner.
Yeah, they want you to have to use all their products all at once.
Yep.
Okay, so we have hold on a second. We have other music. So how many? We have a couple extra songs.
We have 4 right now.
Oh, nice. Cool, man. That's like a full month's worth of music. Unless they suck, in which case it'll be like 2 weeks worth. But hey, I'm not. Yeah, so we'll check it out, and we'll get other people's music on here.
To be fair, we can't all hold them to my standards, but yeah.
No, I mean, and to be fair, Gray, you don't have to fish for compliments. You're good. I like it. We all love. Oh, you were bragging, wasn't fishing. I bet, yeah.
I was gonna say,
there's a big difference. I know. I know I'm good, fucker.
Before we get back into numerology, our guest wants to tell some stories.
Yes, well, that was what I was going to say. Is we have my friend Mr. Ryan Parker on, and you have some Ouija stories. Is that correct? Ouija.
I do have some experiences with the Ouija board.
Okay. Real quick, before you start, let me real quick intro the Ouija. So, I'm sure everybody's heard... Sorry? Did I mispronounce it again? What? That's my thing, is mispronouncing shit.
The Luigi board?
The Luigi board.
The year of Luigi never ends.
You mamma mia. No. Okay, so...
Ouija board works by doing nothing.
It's a spirit board. It's known as a spirit board or a talking board. It's a flat board. You know, everybody's seen the picture of it. It's got the alphabet A to M and then N through Z, and then below that, it's got the numbers 1 through 9 and then 0. Why? Because it's divided in half, 23 and 23.
What is 26 divided by 2?
26 divided by 2 is 13.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's 13 numbers. Yeah, there you go. It's 13 numbers. Yeah. Numerology, folks. So, and then you have, up in the upper left-hand corner, you have yes. The upper right-hand corner, you have no. You've got stars, moons, whatever. And you use the little pointy triangle, the three-sided playing piece. And
planchette?
Yes, a planchette. Planchette. I don't know, we called it the triangle. I used to have, you know what's fucked up is the Ouija board is a trademark of Hasbro, and Hasbro is like a toy company. You know, they make toys, and here they are making millions of these toy Ouija boards, which have been used for like divination, talking to spirits, communicating with spirits. Spiritualists actually believe that the dead were able to contact the living through these boards, and in 1886 was when the Ouija board was actually technically created. It was Pearl Curran was a divining tool. She used it as try to get answers to questions. It's like, you know, everybody's seen the Magic 8 Ball. You ask it a question, you shake it, it comes up. Well, the same thing with the Ouija board.
But she wanted something a little more specific.
Right, yeah, it was, yes. And she would ask it questions, and it would spell things out. A lot of times people do seances and try to contact the dead with them and try to get, like, you know, spirits from the other side to talk to them. and of course it's been really criticized by the scientific community because they're characterized as a pseudoscience because literally it's a board, and a person, kind of doing figure eights over it with this little triangle thing, and it's spelling out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, it can be parsimoniously explained by the unconscious movements of people controlling the pointer, a psychophysiological phenomenon known as what's called the ideomotor effect, which is where your brain kind of it gets an uncontrollable movement based on signals like inputs from somewhere else. So originally the Ouija was sold as a game in the late 1800s, 1890, I believe was when they first tried to patent it. They started selling it. Who tried to patent it? His name was Elijah Bond.
That sounds
know Elijah Bond and William Fuld, F-U-L-D, B-O-N-D and F-U-L-D. Too bad that our plugin has been showed. Anyway,
actually, it's back.
Oh, is it? Is it okay? So somebody run these words and.
Whoa! I'm looking at some info on Elijah Bond here.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he had registered a trademark on the word Nirvana in 1907, and the mark, it incorporated a swastika as its logo, and the company that made the boards was called the Swastika Novelty Company.
Jesus Christ.
I think this guy is honorary.
This guy's an honorary, yeah, okay. So, the Ouija, everybody...
Who was the other one?
William Fuld, F-U-L-D.
Let's see.
Okay, so everybody knows that you can ask the Ouija board questions. And the spirit... Uh-oh.
Do we have nose confirmed?
Yep. Fuld, nose confirmed.
Nose confirmed on William Fuld. What about Elijah Bond?
Elijah Bond seems to be a goy.
Okay. So, all right. So, back to the thing about the Ouija board is that, the superstition is that people believe that you can contact spirits, you can contact other worldly entities, and you because you relax and let the magic flow through you as you ask it questions, and it's like a divining rod. It brings you to the letters and it spells out words. Ouija board users were described as cult members, because technically it's up to the person who's actually doing it. And who's to say people are or aren't faking? Anyways, everybody's heard of the stories. You can ask it, like I said, like Magic 8 Ball type questions, but usually more along the lines of talking to the dead. So, Ryan, you say you had some experience talking with Ouija boards, or with people that use Ouija boards, or what?
Yes, I do have a very bad experience using a Ouija board. It was actually a homemade Ouija board because I was homeschooled, and I was very sheltered, and so I did not have access to a Ouija board, and I actually lived out in the country in southern Missouri, and my family lived like far out, like way out of town. We didn't even have high-speed internet or television access or anything. And I lived out in what we called the bunkhouse. It was actually it was kind of like a cabin. And, it was about like a mile away from where my parents were at. And I basically had no contact with them. And so my friend came over, and I had fashioned a Ouija board out of an old piece of wood.
Now, if you were homeschooled, how did you find out about a Ouija board?
I knew about Ouija boards. I knew about. I wasn't entirely sheltered. I had like distant access to like dial-up internet, So, I knew about the legend of the Ouija board. I remember Googling like what a Ouija board looked like, and I actually fashioned this. This is how I fashioned my own Ouija board from an old piece of plywood that I found in my dad's barn, and I actually burned all of the letters myself. You know, using a soldering iron. I burned the letters into this piece of plywood and fashioned my own Ouija board.
That's really
And
cool.
so I had this friend over. We had met through this online programming community, whatever, and he was at my house, and we decided to use it for the first time ever. And at the time, I was obsessed with the story of this German girl named Annalisa Michael or something. She's this. That's what they based the story of the exorcism of Emily Rose on, right?
Okay.
Oh, right. I remember. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, it was like some sort of true horror movie.
Yeah, and I had downloaded her exorcism tapes and whatnot because anytime I visited his house, you know, we had high-speed internet, and so I would download as much data as I could while I could. You know, this is way back in 2006, 2007. We were out in the middle of nowhere. Using my home-fashioned Ouija board, and we started asking questions, just like, "Who are you?" The answers we got back were always vague. It was always vague, which always led so much room. Like, I always thought that it was him that was like guiding the cursor. At the time, we were using, I can't remember what it was. It was like it was like this glass, I think it was like this broken magnifying glass. It was just like this glass circle thing. And
so when you say him, did you mean your friend?
Yes, yeah.
You thought your friend was guiding it?
It was only him and I that were in this bunkhouse, as we call it.
Well, that's the ghost.
Way out in the middle of nowhere. At one point, his brother was with us, but this was just him and I at the time. So at the time, like, it started guiding like to like really weird. It would start saying like really. At first, it was just like comical things, you know. I hardly even remember because this was like about 10 or 11 years ago. And I hardly even remember some of the things that it said, but at the time it got more and more threatening, and then it got to the point where we asked it to prove itself, and it basically told us to check the mailbox on my parents' property, which was about like a mile and a half out. So we had to. So we went outside of the bunkhouse, and we trudged through the countryside, and we went to the mailbox. It was empty. We went back, and the bunkhouse was locked. Okay, and it was only lockable from the inside. So, this is very, 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 very fucked up because neither one of us could have like played a joke on each other, and this is a deadbolt basically. It was a deadbolt, and it could only be locked from the inside, and it was locked whenever we went out to investigate. So that was pretty fucked up, and that's basically that's my only Ouija board story. Sorry, it's not better.
Right,
wow,
I'm gonna have to
admonish
you on one. I'm gonna have to admonish you on one point. You should never demand things of a spirit. Basically, whenever I've done the paranormal investigation evenings, they always say never act aggressively. So it kind of sounds like you might have brought it on yourself, mate. Gotta be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I actually have a story from a friend of mine about their experience on with a Ouija board.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell that story.
He was with some friends at a party, and people had a little bit to drink, but everybody was still mostly coherent rather. And they found a Ouija board in one of the bedrooms and decided to start playing with it. So they're fucking around. They're getting answers, and all of a sudden, they ask it, "Are you the ghost of someone who passed away?" And they get yes. And so they ask it, "When did you die?" And it goes to 9/11. And so they ask, "How did you die?" And all of it spells out violent Haji. And they ask it, "Well, prove it." And 3 of the people there start vomiting.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh,
Puking.
Holy fuck.
actually, I have a story if you don't mind.
My buddy, after
Once you've
everybody was
done yours.
recovered, asked the Ouija board, "Was that you?" "Yes." "Why?"
Wow.
"Because you asked me to prove it."
Interesting.
I have a story, and it's funny you actually just triggered a memory on my part. A friend of my mother's, this is back when she was a young teenager, her and... No, it wasn't her, it was her friend and her friend's friend. They went and, did the Ouija board thing. They got 2 words, and 2 words only. When one of them asked a question, she got the word darkness. When the other one asked a question, she got the word bandit. Now, a few years later, one of them, the one who got the word bandit, actually lost one of her arms in a car accident. And the one who got darkness actually went blind due to it was like a algae poisoning thing. She was swimming in the Chinese Sea.
Wow. So
Yeah.
Bandit, like the one-armed bandit?
Yeah.
She became a slot machine?
She lost an arm, so she now has only one.
that's
Wow.
pretty crazy.
I know,
I have an extension of my original story. I know my story sucked, but I just want.
It was fine. It was
That was
fine.
a
It was a
good
good story.
story.
It was a good story. You guys got pranked by a ghost.
Yeah.
We got my friend's brother was involved in the same Ouija board. We asked the spirit to manifest itself,
Oof.
and it gave us a time. It said 8 a.m. and we stayed up all night until 8 a.m. and there was a huge flash of light. I did not see anything, but my friend and his brother said they saw something like a black figure, and the electricity in the entire bunkhouse / cabin thing we were staying in, the power went out, and my father, he's like an electrician. He came to investigate. It made no sense at all because the power did not go out. Like the whole circuit that his house and the barn and the bunkhouse was at, nothing tripped. No, the circuit breaker did not trip. Not it just went out. The power just went out for an indefinite amount of time, for no logical reason whatsoever. And like I said, the circuit breaker didn't trip.
Right, so it's kind of spooky.
Yeah,
very spooky, right?
Big flash went out.
And for the record, I just looked at my phone. It's 11:11.
Oh my!
Have you guys heard of the 11:11 thing?
No, please tell.
Go on.
No, it's called the 11:11 phenomenon. Nobody's heard of this, but am I the only one? It's a bunch of people have been noticing. What's that?
I've heard you mention it once.
Yeah, it's called the 11:11. Shit. They have a name for it. I'm gonna forget it, and it's gonna piss me off. Well, I mean, obviously it's a phenomenon. If you keep seeing something over and over and over and over and over again, it's a phenomenon. It has to do with numerology, obviously. But like Uri Geller has talked about this. You guys know who Uri Geller is?
Yeah, the spoonbender.
The spoonbender, yes. The mental spoonbender, yes. Okay, so UriGeller.com. This is kind of cool. If your attention has been drawn to clocks and watches at exactly 11:11, then read the following. I started experiencing this rather bizarre occurrence when I was 40 years old. At first, I thought they were coincidences. I would stand with my back to a digital clock, and something made me turn around, and I would notice the time would be 11:11. These incidents intensified, and I would be checked into hotel rooms on floor 11 and room 1111. I started noticing these digits on computers, microwave ovens, cars, documents, whatever. I decided to write about it on my website, and I was immediately inundated by hundreds of emails from all around the world. Individuals were telling me their own 1111 stories, almost always saying, I thought it only happened to me. It's difficult for me to decipher what this is all about, but my intuition tells me that it's positive. So it's an 1111. It happens to me all the time. And I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, of course it happens twice a day. But like literally, we've been talking, I haven't looked at my phone for I don't know how long. I pick up my phone, it's exactly 11:11.
Well, it's funny you mention it because it's actually the end mark of World War One as well, was 11:11:11.
Yes. Yes.
And
11 is the number
I
of
just gotta...
Amnet.
11 is the number of what?
Out of the way.
Amnet. Back to Egypt.
Uh-huh. And Adam?
Sorry, Adam, you were saying?
Oh, I just gotta get it out of the way. This guy is a turbo Jew, born in Tel Aviv.
Uri Geller?
I mean, if
this
guy
no.
has numerological powers, it's gonna be him.
Oh no, of course. I thought that was a given.
The funny thing is, I actually once saw him hit by a bottle at a football match.
Did you?
What?
Yeah, it was Exeter City versus Luton Town. I'm a proud Luton Town supporter for my sins, and we were playing them at their ground at St James's Park, and one of our fans during half time threw it was a bottle of like, I think it was Lil. Sorry, it was a green plastic bottle, caught him right on the back of the head.
So yeah. You know that
I do not condone this.
That Uri Geller actually believes that 9/11 was. Oh, and speaking of numerology, numbers 9 and 11, huge, right? I mean, you think about world events. It's always around 9/11 or 7/7.
9/11, 1973.
Not the best 9/11. Yes. The best 9/11. I love it. Actually, it's kind of funny to mess with normies when they're like, it'll be 9/11, and they're like, oh man, the World Trade Center. I'm like, yeah, but it's also, as I also look at it as the anniversary of the best 9/11. They're like, the best 9/11. I'm like, yes, 9/11, 1973. It's when General Pinochet took over Allende's communist government and gave them all helicopter rides. No, they look at me like, oh, he killed people.
But normies never get that.
They don't even know that happened. Okay, so Uri Geller said that the September 11th, 2001 attacks in New York and Washington, he claims that they are a positive, which is kind
because they were done by Stanley Kubrick.
Obviously, and him Jew. Yes,
he was he got life insurance money from it.
Right. Well, no, his answer is that, check it out. His answer, they would have been far worse if the terrorists had used a dirty nuclear weapon in the form of a suitcase bomb that could have been placed anywhere in Manhattan, Los Angeles, London, or any other heavily populated city. If that had happened, the consequences would have been way more devastating than a fairly empty set of buildings. He believes that...
Dude, they could just do that any day. Like, what the hell does that even mean? Like...
Right.
Anything in any particular day could have been worse. Like, what?
All right.
What the hell is
Right. He says this was a massive wake-up call to the world, reminding us that the know-how to put such a bomb together is already out there. Like, because an explosion, that's true. It's true. Because an explosion in Manhattan or Brooklyn or LA or San Francisco or Atlanta, I mean, a big explosion could have killed over 100,000 people and irradiated hundreds of thousands. You know what I mean?
The thing is about a dirty bomb is generally when you're talking about a dirty bomb, it's not even a nuclear explosion per se.
Hey, hang on one second. Hang on one second, guys. I'm sorry, Hazzard. I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro. Ryan, did you had to take off pretty soon? It was getting late on your end.
I believe he's going.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just really, really tired right now.
It's all good. No, listen. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Join us again sometime soon. We'll talk to you later. And
it was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, dude.
You guys luck. So
good to have you on, man. Hey, also
thanks.
to our
Yeah,
fans,
thanks for coming on.
if you have some stories and you want to come tell the stories, let us know. We'll get you on.
Yeah, that's the whole. Oh, you're talking. No, Hazzard's talking to you, the listener.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Not you, Ryan.
The fourth wall.
No, Ryan, you're automatically invited. You've been on. You're invited all the time. So.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
So,
Yeah, thanks for sharing your story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
you guys.
All right.
Later.
Love you.
Okay, that's way too early for that, Adam. You can't love everybody. I mean, you can because you're the hippie among
Yeah.
us.
So fuck that guy then.
No.
Generally, when people say a dirty bomb, they're not actually talking about
Not really.
a nuclear detonation. What they're talking about is a bomb that's just going to scatter radioactive material. You
Okay,
don't even
that's
need
fair,
the
that's
sort
fair.
of nuclear material that you'd need to make a nuclear bomb for that. I mean, you can use NSA no bully. I'm not actually fucking saying it. Piss
Okay.
off. Find it out on your own.
Right. Well, did you guys know that string theory has 11 parallel universes in it? As
Interesting.
discussed in 1111.
Ooh.
Yeah. The second is there's a couple weird things. Brian Greene has 11 letters in his name. I know you guys don't know who that is, but he's a physicist and he's the author of the Elegant Universe. Well, I'm sure he is a book explaining string theory. He hosted a miniseries also called The Elegant Universe, which Isaac Newton.
String theory bullshit.
Isaac Newton's ideas. Well, Isaac Newton started the whole idea of string theory, but he didn't know it. But he also has 11 letters in his name, and so does John Schwartz. And Schwartz was one of the two men who worked out the anomalies in the string theory. So, one person plus one person equals two people equals equality. I don't know why that is important, but it is. The two ones next to each other. Well, actually, that's what it is. 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, is equal. It's a perfect relationship. Two people, the whole... That makes sense, actually, now that I think about it that way. 11 is
Johnny,
one...
we're going from Art Bell territory to George Noon territory right now.
At the risk of exposing myself, I also, without giving away my complete identity, I also have 11 letters in my own name.
Yes.
And I was born on the 8th. So, no relevance.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so September 11th is a number recorded in a lot of historic anomalies. There was a book written in 1981 called The Birth of Christ Recalculated, which takes the birth of Christ actually to September 11th, 3 BC.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah. You also note that the word Jesus Christ has 11 letters. There are crosses standing in front of the ruins of the World Trade Center, and the dominance of the number in the 9/11 events kind of makes this whole combination
Speaking
really
of 9/11, do you know
mysterious.
also what has 11 letters? Stan Kubrick.
Of course! Yeah. So think about this. What uses the number 11 more than anything else? Anything else?
Toaster.
I was
Microwave.
going to say bingo.
Binary code.
Oh, of course. There are only 10 people who actually get binary, those who do and those who don't.
Right. That joke never fails to make me cack, I swear to God. I love that joke. I don't care. I do. So, yeah, 11 is part of binary, right?
Yeah.
So if they're both on, it's 11. Correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in the electronic language, 1111 can be seen as kind of like the communication between two people for what is like the human brain, but in the on position, as like in a computer. So, here's one of my favorite things. If you multiply 1111 by 1111, you know what you get?
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Representing a pyramid, and number 11 is a sacred number of the pyramid with the proportions of the Great Pyramid. The proportions of the Great Pyramid.
By the Kangs.
Yes, they knew about the proportions. What's the ratio of the Great Pyramid? Do you guys know what the ratio of the Great Pyramid is? No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's 7 to 11.
Oh, shit. And
So the Kangs knew about 7-Eleven back in the day. No, anyways.
7-Eleven is a corner store that sells Newports.
That's
and
right.
Is frequented by modern Kangs.
Exactly. Hazzard is working with me tonight. All right. So,
while we're on the subject of pyramids, there's actually a lot of use of the number 11 or 1111 involved in alien abductions.
yes. That's on my I have an outline for 11.
Okay. Ooh.
I actually did listen, I did show prep. I told you guys I've been off for a couple days, so like, I got time to do show prep. So, implying people
Yeah, it's not like I've been off for 10 days.
Implying anybody but Jazz Hands does show prep. All right.
I mean, we know certain people have never done show prep in, 103 episodes.
All right, Hazzard. So the ratio of the Great Pyramid is 7-11.
So President Kennedy was assassinated on the 11th month of the 11th hour.
That's point J. God damn it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm ruining this for you.
You're just doing my goddamn. I actually did show prep. Okay.
I'm still kind of pissed about the JFK assassination.
Well, we are going to.
Cucking.
No, we are when 11 cucked. Yes, when 11 cucked. We are actually, Adam. I'm glad you brought that up because that is for another episode, and we are going to do another episode on the Kennedy assassination. I actually want to
get Jim Fetzer on for that one.
We probably can if we keep getting bigger and bigger.
Okay, can I want to get Uli Damnagar.
I have no idea who that is.
I want to get the Danish author that wrote the book about the Kennedy assassination.
Okay.
I'd rather,
Right.
His name's Uli Damnagar.
Fetzer for
He's the other author of, and I suppose we didn't go to the moon either. It's Uli and Jim Fetzer. I would like, if we can't, I personally, I don't have such a chub for Fetzer like you do, Adam. I have a feeling
that guy.
Yeah, I know, but stop saying that. We're not going to get him on. We're not going to get him on if you guys talk like that.
All right. Edit it so it says I want to fuck that guy.
I could make that.
We're not going to get him on if you guys keep talking like that. Okay, so we're going to do an episode on the Kennedy assassination because the Kennedy assassination and the assassination of the Swedish Prime Minister, which was roughly I want to say it's almost exactly a year apart. I could be wrong. I don't have the information in front of me, but those guys wrote a book about the both of them, and that's a great, like, a dual subject right there. We could do like 2 full 2-hour episodes on the Kennedy assassination by itself, but if we make it concise, we can break it down. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so
Drop the bass.
back to 1111. Colin Wilson wrote a book called The Occult. He discussed the Pythagoreans, which were the first numerologists. We get the starting point where he says creation starts with the divine pure unity, number 1, and then develops the holy 4, and then the first 4 digits beget 10, the sacred number from which everything else springs. So 1 and 1 is also the beginning of the Fibonacci curve, which is a universal pattern, found anything from galaxy spirals and conch shells and
Well, oh, hold up. That's actually not the Fibonacci sequence. That's the golden ratio. That's
No,
fuck.
that's actually the Fibonacci.
Oh, hold
Which
up.
is the Fibonacci?
How are you? How are you correcting?
1, 1,
You're going to correct my show prep? Like, come on, man. Do you have something pulled up? Because I will link you this article. Like,
Yeah, the golden ratio 1.618033.
right.
What does that have to?
That's got nothing to do with the Holy Four. 1 + 1 is the begin, which is 1 and 1 is the beginning of the Fibonacci. That's got nothing.
It's 3/4 of the episode through. Bad time to let you all know that I have dyscalculia.
You have horrible. Oh, we have a guy who can't do numbers.
I really can't.
That's awesome.
I'm hearing a static.
God damn it!
The Fibonacci sequence has 3 and it has 13 in it.
Yeah.
And it has 21.
Yep.
Which are related to secret numbers. Of course, there's 5, which is merely a prime number.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting. And 8, which is 2 times 2 times 2, 2 cubed.
Mm-hmm.
I could go on.
So thanks, Adam. Back to 1111.
Yes, you can.
1111. A lot of people have noticed it's kind of a positive feeling around it. Like whenever they happen to notice the number 1111, it doesn't. It's not accompanied by fear or tension or, you know what I mean. It seems that it's kind of like pre-encoded into like our cellular memory banks as like it just signifies that, oh, you know, this is a time. What's that?
Feels good, man.
Yeah, it feels good, man. Yeah.
11's a very plain number.
Right. But at the same time, it's a very significant number if you break it down, you know, to 1 and 1. It's like it can be perceived as a crack between two worlds. It's like a bridge which has like the inherent potential of linking together like energy spirals. We unite together as one. We always use the term one to unite. Like, you know, if there's thousands of us, we unite as one voice. Mm-hmm. You know, these people, well, actually this guy, Uri Geller, seems to think that this 1111 was pre-encoded into our cellular memory like ages and ages ago. It's like returning the cycles of incarnations upon the earth. It's kind of rested within us dormantly, and every time we see 1111, it kind of is like triggers a memory or something.
Yeah. It's a very it's a very towering memory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like that's the whole calming thing. It's not a precursor to danger. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not a scary number. You know, 2, 1 + 1. You know, is not a scary number. None of the numbers involved are
2 is a nice calm number.
Can I
right.
confess something as well?
Sure.
I oftentimes get the number 2 and the letter R mixed up. Like if I'm having to do anything with like R squared in a math problem, I'm just completely screwed.
So,
and
okay.
just aesthetically, something about them, like I'll try to write a 2, I'll write an R on accident, I'll try to write an R, write a 2, and I get them like I just am not able to separate them.
That is very specific dyslexia.
Do you guys want to hear some weird 11s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So names, event, and places that add up to 11 letters. Pope Francis.
Oof.
Barack Obama. Hell Heaven. If you say it fast enough, sounds like 11.
Whoa.
Michael Jackson's passing date. 25/6/09. 2 + 5 + 6 + 9 is 22. 22 is 11. Coincidence. Adds up to 11. The Berlin Wall comes down. 11/11 in 1989. Yasser Arafat dies. 11/11, 2004. Nelson Mandela.
Polonium poisoning?
What's that?
Didn't they poison him with polonium or something?
Yeah, it was I forgot. There's a joke.
Sorry, I got you off track.
No, there's a joke in there, and I forgot what it was. I know. Yeah. Okay. U.S. Civil War began the 11th of April, 1861. The first telephone call by Alexander Graham Bell was the 11th of March, 1876. The Bali bombing and how they occurred 1 year, 1 month, and 1 day after the September 11th attacks. Queen Elizabeth II, her emblem is always written like this. E11R. So E11R. Greyfield, confirm?
Yeah, I can't. I just looked it up now, actually.
Nope, right? Need to get the Brit. Okay. September.
You just looked out your window.
September the 11th.
Oh, bless her.
Okay, hold on. September the 11th. The date of the attack is 9/11, right? Mm-hmm. Which is 11. 9 plus 1 plus 1 is
11.
September 11th is the 254th day of the year. 2 plus 5 plus 4 is
11.
I'm going to ruin this now, and I'm going to have to give you a slight correction on that. It's not an 11. That's actually the second, because she's Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Right, but they're two number ones. They're two number ones. It doesn't matter. It's an 11. Okay. It's not a correction. You shut the fuck up.
That's semantics. But
it's semantics. Okay. Listen. We are grammar Nazis here. We are all kinds of anti-semantic.
Oh.
Thanks for correcting the record.
Yeah, thanks for correcting me while I'm actually trying to do the show. It's okay. The first plane to hit the two towers, and by the way, the two towers standing side by side looks like the number 11?
11.
7.
Shut up! That was Building 7. God damn it. The first plane to hit the towers was Flight 11 by American Airlines, which is AA, so we have 11 at 11. The first tower collapsed in how many seconds? 11 seconds. The Encarta World Atlas says New York City and the World Trade Center fall exactly on 74 degrees west. 7 plus 4 is
11.
Flight 11 had 2 pilots and 9 attendants, which makes 11 in the crew.
11.
Flight 175 had 65 on board. 6 plus 5 is...
Oh, God.
Okay, Mohammed Atta, 11. The guy who supposedly, yeah. Ramzi Youssef, who orchestrated the attack on the World Trade Center in 1993. His name adds up to 11. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It's too much.
Yeah. What was the 11th state added to the Union?
New York?
Yup. The U.S. Enterprise is in the Gulf during the attack. Its ship number is 65N plus 5 equals 11. God damn it. Nuclear bomb adds up to 11. Like the word nuclear bomb is geometrically number 11. Hudson River is number 11. Empire State is number 11. Nationalism is number 11. Armed Forces adds up to 11. All these things add up to 11. It's really? I didn't read this list, but holy fuck. Jesus Christ. Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Nostradamus.
Oh, but speaking of Clintons, we have some numbers that are significant to us.
We do.
And
we do.
Gematria on some of them is really very, very interesting. Let's see. The Gematria for...
Gematria.
President Gematria.
It's
President Donald Trump in English Gematria works out to 1,488.
I'm gonna not correct you, but I'm just gonna say it's not called geometry.
I said Gematria.
Right, it's gematria, but okay.
Gematria.
I'm
from Texas.
I know you are. It's all right, man. We'll settle.
God damn it.
We'll settle this at TRWrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can you can fucking punch me in the face if you can find a goddamn stepladder.
That's right. Are you kidding me?
It is going to be a ladder match.
It is going to be a ladder match. It's going to be Rhodes. No, it's me and Rhodes against you and Wyatt.
And I'll be commentating.
And Adam, and it'll be high Svenergy with Adam and Sven.
Are we
on the
also
side.
gonna get Cuckington versus Sean last?
In the yes in night of the Neats. That's right. and
This will make you laugh. The 11th position in the Kama Sutra is known as the Ascent of the Tower.
Of course it is. God damn it. Oh. Is the coincidence thing, like, and people are like, why do you get so upset about this guy? Because it's fucking everywhere. And
so Jewish numerology is involved with sex magic?
Yes.
Wow, as if anybody was surprised.
Right. Oh, I thought you were being you were being facetious. You were being facetious.
Jews.
Yes, feces are involved sometimes.
Right.
Oh, dude. Come on, keep your death
God
match.
damn it. Keep your death match, yeah.
Wait, hold up, guys. So, the thing is, what also works out to 1488 in English Gematria, Area 51 reptilians.
Yes.
As well as short with gray skin.
Yes. Dude, I've heard...
While we're in this on the Paranormies, I have to report that there have been, in the TRS forums, there have been unexplained sightings. There have been unidentified objects seen in the sky. Strange lights outside of people's windows.
I'm hoping this is true and you're not going to just prank me real quick. Go ahead.
No, this isn't a prank. This isn't a prank.
Okay. You weren't going to Dante joke us real quick? Okay.
There's been so far one abduction from the TRS forums.
Has there really?
Yes.
Get the guy's name.
Get
the guy's name. I want to interview him.
Well, he was abducted, yes.
Get the guy's name, and I want to interview him. Yeah.
Yes. We'll arrange that.
Let's do that. Yeah. No, we have an actual abduction. You guys hear that? That's hand rubbing.
Tell us more about this abduction.
No, don't tell us. Don't tell us anymore. Save it.
Okay.
Save it.
Yes.
Okay. So, do we want to go with more 11s, or have we already spooked ourselves?
I'm 11'd out. I don't know, my heart's gonna give out if I hear more 11s.
I'm pretty spooked out myself.
The words Star of David
Oh.
adds up to 11. Adds up to 11.
Oh, God.
Machu Picchu, the ancient Incan fortress city.
Pokemon.
No, the ancient Incan fortress city in Peru. That was good. Nice. No, not Pikachu. No, not Pikachu, but Machu Picchu, the Incan fortress city in Peru, right, where the supposedly aliens landed, whatever, blah 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 blah, right? Adds up to 11. Here's another 9/11 one. Flight 93. Okay, I don't want to do this.
9 plus 3 is 11.
No, 9 plus 3 is 9 plus. No, here's the thing about 9 plus 3.
According to Greyfield.
Right. No, I'm not gonna do that one because Flight 93 and we don't see eye to eye. Okay, so John Kennedy adds up to 11. The 4th of July, 7th month, so 4 plus 7 equals 11.
Oh God.
By God. Here's one. Adolf Hitler adds up to 11.
Holy cow.
11, 1, 1, underscore. It's lost.
Yeah. Yes, it's lost. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I forgot all about this loss. Oh, normies sometimes are. They don't.
It's lost on them.
It really is. Like sometimes.
See it, and they're at a loss for words.
To be fair, I fucked that up, I think. I probably got numbers wrong. I should have aborted it.
Okay. Well, okay, so Egypt. In Egypt, you have Giza Pyramid.
Miscarriage of comedy.
Hold on. Giza Pyramid adds up to 11.
I'm sorry, guys. That joke was just stillborn.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hazzard. Giza Pyramid adds up to 11. And Spoonbender adds up to 11. And Uri Geller being the Spoonbender. Right?
Our best episode was 11.
You know what? I don't ever want to put our best on anything because you never know.
Yeah,
we could
love them all equally.
I love them. I love all of you.
Except for anyone that Bradshaw.
I was trying to make a joke. Way to ruin it. Christ.
Oh, 11 was our best episode. Yes, 11 was our best episode. I don't get the funny part. Okay, so we've covered numerology. We've gotten a lot of numbers in there. We did Gematria. We actually talked about Ouija. We didn't talk too much about the Ouija.
Cool stories.
Yeah, we had some cool stories. Ryan was cool coming on, hanging out with us.
Guys, Ryan. It's the 11th.
It's the it's the 11th in England. It's the 11th in Houston right now. It's almost the 11th here.
We have a connection to 11 right now, a portal into 11.
And you know what, guys? This was not an accident. Like, bringing back 11 in synchronicity is a huge thing. Sync and the number 11 tie together a lot. Hazzard, confirmation?
Yes, can confirm.
Thank you. But yeah, like, it seems that everything
has 13 letters.
Right? Dude, you can tie numerology and numbers and all this kind of stuff together for days and days and days. This is another episode we could revisit eventually. This is cool, man.
Seems to me. Now, I think a common thing people bring up is, the scientists and people that hate fun like to say, oh, well, this is just a confirmation bias. You can read these things into anything.
Right.
Well, what I would say to that is that, yes, there are, after, that would be the addendum. Yes, there are a lot of these instances, but I think what the real or part of the cool mystery of it is trying to figure out where the most numerologically powerful and numerologically synchronous coincidences happen.
Yes.
And some events are just more important than others, and so would have more significance in that sense. Some events might have just more numerological coincidences and significance that could be, derived from it. And it's really just a fascinating mystery to see how, if at all, all these different events and numbers are connected.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know that if it is a coincidence or not, that like I'm constantly seeing the 1111, seeing the numerology out there. Maybe it's because I'm attuned to it because I believe or whatever,
That doesn't mean it's not real.
Right. Who's to say? And who's to say that anything we see is real or not or whatever, Yeah,
I mean, what's the ocean's favorite number? 11.
You broke up, dude. It was. Sorry.
What?
Do that again.
Okay. It was a very bad joke, and I'm not going to do it again.
Okay, good, because I was pretty sure it was. Yeah, no, we had a good time tonight, huh?
Yeah, we did.
I liked it. We had my buddy Ryan Parker came on and hung out.
I could have been elsewhere.
What, Gray?
Not really. It was great. I said, well, I could have been elsewhere. It was all right.
Well, yeah, you could have been, but why would you? Why would you? No, I mean,
Mr. Fancy, my leg is broken. I literally couldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah. No, I can walk now.
So. No, now he can walk.
Yeah, we'll fix that problem.
Now he can walk. Now he doesn't need us anymore. He doesn't need us anymore.
Rescue me. They torture me.
Sure. No, it's fine. No, please, please come on the 1488th rated podcast on the Right Stuff Radio. We're right. We're just above. We are just above such canceled shows as Radio Free Skyrim and
The current year tonight.
Oh, you.
the current year tonight. No, the current year tonight has never been canceled, Hazzard. So that joke, much like everything else you eat, can be swallowed quickly. Listen, for the record, I stopped making it because.
Thanks for correcting the record.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard. Look, dude, this is fun. We sit around, we talk about stuff we like to talk about. I've heard people love our show because I've heard people love our show because we're not politics.
Well, that's what I said. I've had people say, do like rankings of all the shows, and we usually get stuck somewhere in the middle. And to be honest, that's right, because we're what you listen to when you're fed up with all the politics.
Exactly, and that's totally fine. And that's totally fine with all of us.
We're not just the back burner podcast. Let's give ourselves a little credit here, okay? We explore interesting topics.
Yeah, no. We're definitely not. We're definitely not the back. No, look, dude. First of all,
Be the back burner podcast on a network that had Saturday Night Live.
well, that's why that show's canceled. We're yeah, exactly. You're right. But like I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. God damn it. People like our show because, like I said, people are tired. They hear Fascination, they hear The Daily Show, they hear this show, they hear that show, they hear this show. They have, Cantwell talks politics, and Molyneux talks politics, and Ramsey talks politics, and this guy talks politics, and it's all politics. And
the real reason people like our show is so they can listen to my sexy English voice.
And that's why I go back and listen.
Of course.
Yeah, so you got all these people talking about this serious political shit, and we're just like, guys,
we're just
I saw a Sasquatch at the supermarket deal.
Fuck yeah, dude! I mean, because I saw a fucking Sasquatch. I don't care that there was a bombing that everybody's going to talk about. Everybody's talking about that already.
Paranormies, where we're talking about ghostly ASMR. Ooh, there's a ghost just behind you.
Teleports behind you.
Unzips. Yeah, that's a little bit.
All right. I gotta say. I don't ever want to hear that again.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, this was fun tonight, guys. I had a lot of fun, man. This is gonna be a good one.
This is great.
We are gonna close out with a creepypasta as usual, and doing our creepypasta once again is our buddy Death. Who has been working on his technical progressive instrumental death metal album and hasn't been able to hang out with us a lot recently, mostly because he's a faggot. No, because he hates us, and he's been doing stuff. But no, we have a creepypasta by Death, and we're gonna come back next week with a whole other bunch of fun shit to talk about. What do you think, guys?
Well, it's going to be episode 14, right?
Episode 14. Yeah, another numerologically significant episode. That's what I was thinking. Because I was talking to Hazzard, chatting the other day, talking about what we're going to do for 14. And for some reason...
The existence of our podcast and feature for ghosts and ghouls everywhere.
Right. Well, here's the thing is, Friday is the 14th. So numerology is released on Friday, the 14th. Ooh. So kind of works out really cool. So episode 14... will be next Friday, and the 21st. What are we doing for next week? Do we decide we're gonna do spooky cryptids?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. And that means we may have a special guest.
Did we want to? Well, I mean, yeah, we can do that. But there's also, since it's 14, we might want to, I don't know, touch on meme magic again or something.
That was the other one. That was the other one. The 14th. Yeah, we have a couple weeks before our live Halloween show, which we are doing a live Halloween show on the Right Stuff Radio. I am 99.
I mean, look, guys, it's not like you're going to be going outside anyways. Might as well tune into the Paranormies.
Right. It's going to be our live show is going to be Sunday the 30th, the day before Halloween, because Halloween's on a Monday. That's pretty gay, so we're going to do it on Sunday. Sunday night's a good night to sit at home and listen to a live show. That's good. Yeah. We're going to have some special guests on. We're going to have Musonius Rufus from Rebel Yell. We're going to have some surprise guests that I'm not going to tell you. I mean, you guys know, but I'm not going to tell you people that are listening. What do you mean, you people? But, and...
Is it going to be a call-in show?
You know what? I was talking to Seventh Son about the call-in thing, and we might do the call-in show. So...
Okay. So no
I think
promises, but maybe.
I think, no promises, but maybe, probably, maybe. How about that?
All
But
right.
the 11th will be the live show, probably a call-in show. How about that?
The 11th? The 30th?
I'm not sorry, the 11th. I'm stuck on 11. See, I'm stuck on 11. It's numerology. No, it's the 30th, the Sunday.
Do
the
we
first.
find it? Are we doing it? Are we doing it at midnight? Because that was the plan, wasn't it?
Well, it's got to be midnight somewhere, and you're in England, so midnight for you is like, 6 o'clock at night for me, and midnight for Hazzard is, yesterday for you. Or, I don't know how the fucking thing. Yeah, so it's
I'm trying to work out how much sleep I'll be able to get.
It's going to be the witching hour somewhere. So, anyways, like I was saying before, we are going to take you out with another creepypasta from our buddy Death, and for the Paranormies, I'm Johnny Monoxide with Adam Haidt, Hazzard, McRee, and Greyfield Stray. We will see you guys next week. Later.
I'm Johnny Monoxide.
Yes.
It had been 6 months since the accident. I remember because Elizabeth was helping me sign my name in our daughter Jenny's birthday card. Slowly, she guided my hand, helping me to create some legible signature rather than the scribbles of a child in kindergarten. The best that I was able to manage with such little practice. Seems that when one loses a limb, it's quite likely to be the dominant one. For me it was, my right. I was concentrating on my writing, trying not to make her do too much of the work when I felt it. I hadn't noticed the phantom feeling of my elbow resting on the table beside me. By this point, I had almost gotten used to it, although the pain would sometimes still wake me. It was brief, but enough to startle me and cause my hand, still holding the pen, to jump and effectively turn my name into scribbles despite my wife's best efforts. It was gentle but cold. Too cold. Less like ice and more like the feeling of a deep cut when the insides of a body part are suddenly exposed to the outside elements they were never supposed to meet. When Elizabeth asked, I shrugged it off, telling her it was an unexpected pain in the hand that was convinced it was clenched, even though it didn't exist. At the moment, I almost believed that was what was happening myself. The next time it woke me, I was asleep on my stomach with my phantom arm dangling off the bed. I've slept like that as long as I can remember. When I first felt it, I thought that my hand had fallen asleep and was causing the pins and needles sensation that I had often felt. When I tried to open and close my hand, I awoke, remembering in a sleepy haze that I didn't have a hand to open, yet the cold feeling remained. This time it stayed a while, and I could make out a distinct feeling of fingers on my skin. I tried to shake my hand, but couldn't. I pushed it down with my left hand and shifted to roll over onto my back, yet the feeling still remained, still as defined, and I wondered how long this invisible hand had held me. I shook my wife awake and explained, but she was convinced that it was simply a part of the process. She held me and talked to me in her cooing, comfortable voice, until, one by one, the fingers lifted, releasing me from the torture of the cold. Feeling it reminded me of the accident. There was a blizzard and Elizabeth was driving. As a truck approached, the car slid. She tried like hell to control it, but seemed to have a mind of its own. I grabbed the wheel, spinning the car until it came to a stop, then the truck hit us. My arm was mostly severed at the time of the impact, but my wife and daughter were fine. The feeling of blood escaping you chills you to the bone, and that was exactly what I was feeling while in this creature's grasp. For months it happened, with no warning or reason. The doctors said it was just a phantom limb, that it was just to be expected. No one understood that something was wrong. Sometimes it would last days at a time, and those were the days when I would stay in bed watching TV, trying not to focus on the hand around my wrist, trying not to think of the thing that was holding me. Sometimes its grip would loosen, only to tighten again, as if the hand that didn't exist was sore from holding my hand that didn't exist for so long. Then one day, it stopped. For a month or so, nothing happened at all. I had gone from living with an unknown entity at my side every day to finally being free. We lived it up during that time. We went everywhere from the Grand Canyon to Disney World. It had been forever since we had the opportunity to spend time as a family again. And we enjoyed every moment we had, grateful to have suffered only a small loss to our family. We had opened the cafe again, and my wife was doing what she loved. My daughter and I were at the cafe. It was closing time. She and I sat at a table outside while Elizabeth closed the register, chatting about the upcoming middle school dance. My wife joined us and locked the doors. "Want to come with me?" she asked, patting the bag of money in her hand, awaiting the deposit at the bank across the street. Jenny jumped up, eager no doubt, to get one of the suckers from the candy dish that the bank kept at its counter. "I'll warm up the truck," I said, fishing my keys from my pocket. My wife nodded in approval and walked me to the truck, kissing me on the cheek through the window after I entered, and again on glass after I rolled it up. They headed down the length of the truck, and I turned to check the mirror when I saw it. A truck barreling down the road, heading straight for my wife and daughter. I screamed her name and threw the door open when the hand that wasn't there suddenly jerked to the opposing side of the truck, holding me in place as I kicked and screamed. The kiss on the glass of the window was the last I ever got, and the hand never let go again.